What if I told you that some of the greatest wisdom out there isn't found in a book, but, well, in the space between the notes of a song? Today, we're going to dive into this really profound lesson that jazz can teach all of us about the simple art of listening.
Yeah, think about that for a second. In jazz, what you don't play can be just as powerful, maybe even more powerful, than what you do play. It's this whole philosophy where, taking things in is way more important than putting things out. The source material just nails it. Playing, it's important. But listening, that's far more important.
All right, so to really get this, we kind of have to forget everything we think we know about jazz. Because when you strip it all away, at its true heart, it's really just a conversation.
A lot of us picture jazz as this big competition, right? Like, who can play the fastest, flashiest solo? Who can be the loudest? But that's a huge misunderstanding. The truth is, jazz isn't a monologue. It's not one person showing off. It's a living, breathing conversation. It's all about listening to each other and, crucially, creating space for everyone else to speak. Think of it this way. Imagine the band is a group of friends having a really good talk. The piano might say something, a musical sentence, then the bass comes in and replies, maybe calmly agreeing or offering a new perspective. And the drums, they're adding the punctuation, the exclamation points, the commas. But here's the most important part. Nobody is trying to dominate. Nobody's shouting over anyone else. They're all just listening. Okay, but here's the thing. If jazz is a conversation, well, that means the conversation can also break down. And figuring out why it fails, that's where the really deep lesson starts to kick in. And it's not what you think. It's not a wrong note that makes a performance completely fall apart. Any good musician can recover from a mistake. No, the real collapse, the real train wreck, happens when that connection is lost. It happens when musicians just stop listening to each other. That's the moment the whole conversation just dies. And this is what you get when every single instrument is just trying to shout over the others. When everyone wants to be the star at the exact same moment, you don't have music anymore. What you have is just noise. It's just a chaotic mess of sounds without any meaning at all. So music turning into noise the moment people stop listening. Doesn't that sound incredibly familiar? This is the point where the whole lesson of jazz jumps right off the stage and lands squarely in our own lives. And what's so fascinating is, this lesson that jazz teaches us, it's not new, not at all. It's actually an echo of a much, much older story. It's tied to this ancient philosophical idea that's all built around the wisdom of listening. So it doesn't matter if you're getting this from an ancient philosopher or from a musician in some smoky jazz club, the lesson is exactly the same. Real wisdom, it's not about having all the answers. It's not about being the loudest person in the room. It starts with something much quieter, the humility and the focus it takes to truly listen, to hear not just the words or the notes, but the meaning behind them. And why does this matter so much? Well, because every single one of us is a performer on a much bigger stage. Every single day, we're all playing our part in this huge, complicated band. These are our bands, right? Our family. That's its own little ensemble, with its own rhythms and harmonies. Our group of friends, that's another one. And then there's society as a whole. That's the biggest ensemble of all. It's this giant, constant improvisation happening all around us every single day. And you guessed it, just like in that jazz band, our big conflicts, in our families, with our friends, in society, they don't really happen just because we're different or have different ideas. They happen for the exact same reason. We stop listening to each other. And when everyone is just trying to be the loudest, all that potential for harmony, it just becomes noise. But wait, there's one more layer here, because listening is more than just hearing the sounds people are making. Jazz has one final, really deep lesson for us, and it's all about learning to hear the silence too. Those empty spaces between the notes, the pauses, the moments of rest, they aren't just dead air. They're not nothing. They're actually what give the notes their shape, their meaning, their power. Think about it. Without silence, all you'd have is this relentless, overwhelming wall of sound. Like this. See? That little bit of space, that silence, that is what gives everything meaning. Those pauses give the music and the conversation room to breathe. To truly listen, then, is to honor that silence. It means giving other people the space to just be, without feeling the need to immediately fill it with our own noise. And really, this this might be the deepest lesson of all to take away from jazz. A beautiful life, just like a beautiful piece of music, isn't made by playing louder or faster than everyone else. It's born from something much quieter, much more profound. The ability to truly, deeply listen.
So, in a world that just seems to get louder and louder every day, where everyone is fighting for attention, maybe the most radical, most powerful thing we can do is the complete opposite. Maybe, just maybe, before we all try to speak even louder, we should try to learn how to listen just a little bit deeper.